Hi everyone. I think I'm going to do a couple story time videos just to feel it out and see if it's something I like to do. So my first one is going to be about Caden. Now, 2 summers ago, I think he would have been about 10. I think he was 10. Summertime here is full of tourists, mostly houseboaters, some bikers, people that stay at condos. A lot of people own condos here just for the summer. So it's really, really busy. And where we live, there's tons of people always walking back and forth at all hours of the night. So one night, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and my black cat, Luigi, jumped on my bed. And I was, oh, that's weird, because usually in the summertime, Luigi likes to stay outside at night. But for some reason, he jumped on my bed. I was like, and he wanted out. So I got up to let him out, and I noticed that my front door was unlocked. And I thought, you know what? It's totally possible. Like, I locked him in the house, but I didn't let him go outside before I went to bed, and I forgot to lock the door. Completely plausible, right? Okay, no big deal. So I let him out, and I lock the door, and I go back to sleep. Evan wakes up at about 7:30, and I go downstairs, and where my stairs are, as soon as you walk down, you can see out the front door because there's a window at the front door, and I see Caden standing outside of the door. So I open the door because I'm like, the door was locked. So I opened the door, and I said, Caden, what are you doing out here? And he goes, I went for a bike ride. What? What do you mean you went for a bike ride? When did you go for a bike ride? The door is locked. Apparently, Caden decided to get up and go for a bike ride at 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know because I don't always check. You know what I mean? If I get up to go to the bathroom, if I get up to go downstairs for whatever reason, I don't go into the room to check if they're still in there, and I didn't hear anything. So I was like, what do you mean you want to go for a bike ride? He said, I went for a bike ride. And I said, okay, what time did you go for a bike ride? He's like, oh, it was like 2 in the morning. Well, it's dark out. He said, yep. And I said, well, where did you go? He said, oh, just around the yard, just around like the buildings, because I live in townhouses. Just around the buildings. Well, then what did you do? I went in the backyard because I didn't want to wake you up. I said, well, did you sleep? I tried to sleep, but I couldn't go to sleep because I couldn't sleep. I said, so why didn't you knock on the door to come back in? And he said, oh, I thought you'd be mad at me. So, of course, I'm in like this frantic thing because like my kid had been outside for 5 hours, 5.5 hours, and he's 10 years old outside in the summertime by himself, locked out. Okay, don't ever do that again. You should have knocked. I wouldn't have been mad. Yada, yada. So a couple days later, we are at the ice cream store, and there's another kid there who he probably would have been in grade 8 or 9 at that point. So he would have been like 13, 14. And this kid's like, hey, that's the kid that was riding his bike at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I looked at the kid and I said, where did you see him riding his bike? And he said, oh, he was like on Main Street, like right here. So Caden was not around the building. Caden decided to go for a bike ride around town. So when the kid rided him out, Caden was mad. But at first, like when I talked to him about it, before this kid said anything, I said, Caden, were you awake? And he said, I don't know, because I thought maybe he was sleepwalking, because Caden is a safety freak. He knows it's dangerous to go outside at night without anybody, so it's really, really out of character for him. So I thought maybe he was sleepwalking or something. No, he totally wasn't. He totally decided, oh, hey, I'm going to go for a bike ride at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was scary. I was scared. So, I mean, the bright side is he has never, ever, ever done that since. Never. Who thinks to go check on their kids a million times a night? I don't. Time to end this because he is out the door. Thank you for watching.